completely overwhelmed with Alaska. These mountains, you know, we got Pikes Peak in Colorado, and you're like, wow, look at that big mountain. Everywhere here is huge mountains. And this Highway 1, I don't know how they built this. It's amazing. And there's a train over there on that side. And this just goes and goes and goes. This had to be really hard to build back in the day. Man. Yeah. I like this. I like that they call it the last frontier. Alaska. Yeah. Yeah. This is amazing. Overwhelmed. That's a good word for it. Heading to Seward. Wow. 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 Boy, he is running. Look how fast he's going. Holy cow. My first moose. And I almost hit him. Wow. Almost to Seward, Alaska. Whoa.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are making our way through Seward Small Boat Harbor. And before we get too far along, I want to give you a little bit of an indication of how this trip is going to run today. And the first thing that I want to mention is that we are not the only boat out here, which is great news. There are at least 20 of us. We are all looking for the same wildlife throughout the day. And more importantly, we are all in communication with one another all day long. So what that is going to mean for you folks is that whatever it is that is out here, I promise you, 2 bald eagles. Ooh, fun. In our 11 o'clock, moving to the 10 o'clock, there's an adult bald eagle sitting on a log that's sticking straight up out of the break wall, but then to the left of that adult bald eagle, that's a juvenile bald eagle. The juvenile bald eagles do tend to look a little more like osprey until they grow into that iconic white head and tail. So, harbor seals in our 9 o'clock moving to the 8 o'clock. Bald eagles moving from the 10 o'clock to the 9 o'clock. That's how we're going to point out wildlife throughout the day, ladies and gentlemen. And we're starting off strong here, aren't we? Look at that wave buoy. And take a look at pilot rock. We kind of work those combination of items together to determine what the weather might be like when we come out here. And so far, basically what we were expecting. And for those of you feeling a little green, you're 5 minutes away. You are doing great. Hanging in there. This is No Name Island in our 1 o'clock position. And if you look out toward the 12 to 1 o'clock, there's a series of 3 small islands, all side by side. Those are key by hours. That's where we're headed.
It was rough seas. You do this for a living?
Oh yeah.
I bet it's hard to walk when you get home. Uh-oh. A woman throwing up right next to me. He's the cleanup crew. Oh, poor thing. I'm having cocoa. I don't get seasick. I don't know why. I just don't. having. That's a funny name.
Yep. Beautiful.
It's amazing. Oh, there, right over there.
Yep.
Wow. I'm shaking so hard, my camera's shaking. Wow.
Succession, that name tells you exactly what it is, right? Oh, nice, good eye. That's a harbor seal moving through the water near 1 o'clock. It's looking for a good chunk of ice to haul out on. So this process of plant succession that fills in behind the glacier as it retreats, it starts out after the glacier exposes the granite rock that it's been sitting on for the last thousands of millions of years. And after all of that granite rock becomes exposed, it's going to start to collect things naturally like dust and water over the next 10 to 15 years. And all that will eventually build up to create the perfect environment. All that will eventually build up to create the perfect environment for the very first life forms to take hold. And those very first life forms are like monks. They are essential to this process of plant succession because they are able to break down the bedrock that they are growing on to create the very first
Oh, there's
layer
the
of
seal.
soil after the glacier retreats.
Right
Now,
there.
this layer of soil,
Harbor seal.
it's not very deep, and it's not very nutrient rich either. So the plant life that take hold there have to be able to thrive under those conditions, right? So it's going to be really small things like grasses and flowering plants like fireweed. We'll see them kind of pop up
Fireweed.
about 15 years or so after retreat, 15 to 20. And they're going to pave the way for much larger brush, like alders, to fill in.
Wow.
So all this bright green that surrounds us right now, this is all grasses and alders. And the alders start to kind of claim the landscape behind the grasses about 50 years after the glacier retreats. And then about 100 years we'll start to see larger brush, like Sitka spruce and cottonwood take over. And those Sitka spruce are the reason for all this debris that isn't quite surrounding us yet because that glacier has been moving pretty rapidly. And since it has been moving rapidly, it used to sit at its terminal line about 5 miles away. About 110 years ago. So everything that surrounds us here is all that tells us that Alec Glacier was here about 50 years ago before that hour. And then when we get closer to that ionic terminal line, that's where we can start to see that Sitka spruce growing. So this process of plant succession also tells us that glacier has been approximately millions there.
Voila.
This time we want to... Alright, it's going to be in our 1 o'clock off our starboard or right side. That's where you're going to want to set yourselves up.
I'm just gonna leave it running. Oh, well, humpback whale somewhere here. There it is. Wow. And down he goes. He looks little.
That boat's like things you see something. Look at him.
Yeah. Oh, he's coming this way quick.
So this is just a little humpback.
Yeah.
So we'll see here. Oftentimes a humpback this size will be what we call a yearling. So there might be a mom here that we just haven't seen at the surface yet, or it'll be a 2-year-old humpback whale who is no longer with mom. They're only with mom for about a year. And so when mom kind of leaves them, she actually leaves them typically outside of the breeding waters. And by the way, these are North Pacific humpback whales, which means that they spend their summers in these Alaskan waters feeding. And then they go to their breeding waters. Any idea where those are?
Nope.
Yeah, that's the answer. Hawaii. Yeah, about 80% of this population goes between Alaska and Hawaii. Some of them will visit places like Mexico or Japan, but for the most part, about 80% of this population goes between Alaska and Hawaii for their migration. And this whale would have been born in those Hawaiian waters, if that's where its mom goes. Be a little closer to shore. Keep your eyes peeled over there. So, if this humpback was born in those Hawaiian waters, then mom would have hung out there for about 6 to 8 weeks after giving birth.
Oh, there he is. And there you go. They don't stay up for very long. Oh, you got him. Ah, window's too wet. There they are. Look at him climb up that rock. How the heck? Strangest thing ever.
Right, and then down the stairs to the right. Hold on to the railing.
Get wet out there? Did a whale blow on you or something?
So, I actually don't even see any fully grown bull males there. Everybody here is either a juvenile or a female. And you can actually tell the difference between the adult females and males based on their shape and size. So the females get around 9 feet in length and weigh somewhere around 700 to 900 pounds.